Just wondering how long it took you to develop your technique for makeup.
Well, it's a simple. I went. I learned applying makeup basically from people at the Way Out Club, and from other transvestites that I met and what they did, and what I thought was, I mean, some people spend a lot of money on it, and I thought, well, you can go sort of over the top, and you can spend. There is no limit to the amount of money you can spend on making yourself look beautiful if you want to. If you've got millions of dollars, somebody will take it off you, telling you that, telling you if you do this, it'll make you more beautiful. But a long time ago, this has got nothing to do with being a transvestite, but it has to do with being sensual. In New Zealand, I wanted to take up scuba diving, and I did that, but I started off with very, very limited equipment, and I realised I had to have certain basic equipment. I needed a wetsuit because it was too cold otherwise, and then somebody lent. I free dived a lot to start with. You needed a decent face mask and a snorkel and flippers. I free dived, and then I thought, well, I'm going to take up scuba diving. I need a backpack and a bottle. And a friend gave me a piece of plywood with old car straps cut out of it, and just to tack the bottle on. So all I needed was the regulator and the mouthpiece and the tube. That was the only thing I needed, and the rest of it was handmade. And then I thought, well, I do need. Some people have complicated watches for diving underwater, and I thought, well, they're rather expensive. So I thought, well, one of the things that is important is a depth gauge, and you could buy a cheap depth gauge in those days for a few dollars that just told you how deep you were. Now, I didn't have a watch, and I didn't have a contents gauge for my bottle, but just with the depth gauge I could dive, and I knew how far I knew my dive tables, I knew what I could do, what was possible, and then when the air started to become difficult to breathe, I knew I had about 3 mouthfuls left and it was time to go back. So just with a very limited equipment and not spending a lot of money, I was able to enjoy diving. And I thought, well, I see what people spend here. People have, their what do you call it, facelifts and hormone treatments and Botox and God knows what. At the end of the day, it's rubbish. It works for a little while, but then you sort of look like a bit of a monster eventually. So I thought, no, I'll accept my face as I am. I'll try and make it a little bit more feminine and with the right thing. One of the important ingredients when you go diving is a wetsuit. The important ingredient of a transvestite, particularly a bald one, is a wig. So that's the key ingredient. You need. I mean, sometimes you can get away without a wig if you have a hat or a scarf, and that's fine. I do that sometimes as well. But so the makeup is just simple boots. Makeup you can buy. There is expensive beard covering creams that you can get. You can spend a lot of money on it if you want to, but no, I don't have the money and I don't feel the need to. So that's it's not perfect, but it's good enough. Well, I went there. I don't know if you've met my friend Gina. You probably have met Gina. You've seen her at West India Quay. She said come for my birthday with me to Ducky, so I went to Ducky, and some of the lesbians there nicknamed me Dirty Barbie. There's the difference now. Now you see it. And what a huge difference a wig makes. So it just sort of creates a much more feminine picture. And I do wear glasses, so these glasses, sometimes people criticise them, but they're proper glasses and they do the job. I'll put this on top and this is sort of it's a little bit sort of summery. Wear these white ones for going out, for walking in the street. Actually, I'll show you the picture. I'll put the...
Oh yes, well, that's nice. There's a dancing shoes over there.
Yeah, dancing shoes.
Lovely. Well, are you going to be wearing them tonight?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
I won't wear them. I might wear them in the street, but I wouldn't wear them in the street very much. I don't want to spoil them.
Yes, of course.
Getting shoes is always a problem because I've got big feet. I had these made for me in Thailand when I was there.
Oh, really? You had another outfit made in Thailand, didn't you?
Ah, yes. I've got a pink silk trouser suit that's really rather beautiful, but I'm not wearing that today. And you've seen my Chinese outfit that I had in Hong Kong. So that's that. I've got my earrings on. So there we are. That's oh, I have to do my nails, don't I? Oh.